Multi-level marketing. Multi-level marketing, MLM, also called pyramid selling, network marketing, and referral marketing, is a controversial marketing strategy for the sale of products or services where the revenue of the MLM company is derived from a non-salaried workforce selling the company's products/services, while the earnings of the participants are derived from a pyramid-shaped or binary compensation commission system. Although each MLM company dictates its own specific financial compensation plan for the payout of any earnings to their respective participants, the common feature that is found across all MLMs is that the compensation plans theoretically pay out to participants only from two potential revenue streams. The first is paid out from commissions of sales made by the participants directly to their own retail customers. The second is paid out from commissions based upon the wholesale purchases made by other distributors below the participant who have recruited those other participants into the MLM. In the organizational hierarchy of MLMs, these participants are referred to as one's downline distributors. MLM salespeople are, therefore, expected to sell products directly to end-user retail consumers by means of relationship referrals and word-of-mouth marketing. But most importantly, they are incentivized to recruit others to join the company's distribution chain as fellow salespeople so that these can become downline distributors. According to a report that studied the business models of 350 MLMs, published on the Federal Trade Commission's website, at least 99% of people who join MLM companies lose money. Nonetheless, MLMs function because downline participants are encouraged to hold on to the belief that they can achieve large returns, while the statistical improbability of this is too emphasized. MLMs have been made illegal or otherwise strictly regulated in some jurisdictions as merely variations of the traditional pyramid scheme, including in mainland China. Terminology. Multi-level marketing is also known as pyramid selling, network marketing, and referral marketing. The term HUN is sometimes used as a slang term to refer to women who participate in multi-level marketing. The term originates from the popular perception that MLM participants try to flatter people or sound folksy when attempting to sell products or recruit people. Usage of the term to refer to MLM participants increased online in the mid-2010s. Business model. Participants. The overwhelming majority of MLM participants, most sources estimated to be over 99.25% of all MLM distributors, participate at either an insignificant or nil net profit. Indeed, the largest proportion of participants must operate at a net loss, after expenses are deducted, so that the few individuals in the uppermost level of the MLM pyramid can derive their significant earnings. Said earnings are then emphasized by the MLM company to all other participants to encourage their continued participation at a continuing financial loss. Companies. Many MLM companies do generate billions of dollars in annual revenue and hundreds of millions of dollars in annual profit. However, the profits of the MLM company are accrued at the detriment to the majority of the company's constituent workforce, the MLM participants. Only some of said profit is then significantly shared with individual participants at the top of the MLM distributorship pyramid. The earnings of those top few participants is emphasized and championed at company seminars and conferences, thus creating an illusion of how one can potentially become financially successful if they become a participant in the MLM. This is then advertised by the MLM company to recruit more distributors to participate in the MLM with a false anticipation of earning margins which are in reality merely theoretical and statistically improbable. Although an MLM company holds out those few top individual participants as evidence of how participation in the MLM could lead to success, the MLM business model depends on the failure of the overwhelming majority of all other participants, through the injecting of money from their own pockets, so that it can become the revenue and profit of the MLM company, of which the MLM company shares only a small proportion of it to a few individuals at the very top of the MLM participant pyramid. Participants, other than the few individuals at the top, provide nothing more than their own financial loss for the company's own profit and the profit of the top few individual participants. Financial independence. The main sales pitch of MLM companies to their participants and prospective participants is not the MLM company's products or services. The products/services are largely peripheral to the MLM model. Rather, the true sales pitch and emphasis is on a confidence given to participants of potential financial independence through participation in the MLM, luring with phrases like the lifestyle you deserve or independent distributor. Eric German's memoir My Father's Dream documents the real-life failures of German's father as he is lured into get-rich-quick schemes such as Amway. The memoir illustrates the multi-level marketing sales principle known as selling the dream. Although emphasis is always made on the potential of success and the positive life change that might or could, not will or can, result, it is only in otherwise difficult to find disclosure statements, or at the very least, difficult to read and interpret disclosure statements, that MLM participants are given fine print disclaimers that they as participants should not rely on the earning results of other participants in the highest levels of the MLM participant pyramid as an indication of what they should expect to earn. MLMs very rarely emphasize the extreme likelihood of failure, or the extreme likelihood of financial loss, from participation in MLM. MLMs are also seldom forthcoming about the fact that any significant success of the few individuals at the top of the MLM participant pyramid is in fact dependent on the continued financial loss and failure of all other participants below them in the MLM pyramid. Comparisons to pyramid schemes. MLMs have been made illegal in some jurisdictions as a mere variation of the traditional pyramid scheme, including in China. In jurisdictions where MLMs have not been made illegal, many illegal pyramid schemes attempt to present themselves as MLM businesses. Given that the overwhelming majority of MLM participants cannot realistically make a net profit, let alone a significant net profit, but instead overwhelmingly operate at net losses, some sources have defined all MLMs as a type of pyramid scheme, even if they have not been made illegal like traditional pyramid schemes through legislative statutes. MLMs are designed to make profit for the owners/shareholders of the company and a few individual participants at the top levels of the MLM pyramid of participants. According to the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, FTC, some MLM companies already constitute illegal pyramid schemes even by the narrower existing legislation, exploiting members of the organization. Lawsuits. Companies that use the MLM business model have been a frequent subject of criticism and lawsuits. Legal claims against MLMs have included, among other things, direct selling versus network marketing. Network marketing and multi-level marketing, MLM, have been described by author Dominique Zardel as being synonymous, with it being a type of direct selling. Some sources emphasize that multi-level marketing is merely one form of direct selling, rather than being direct selling. Other terms that are sometimes used to describe multi-level marketing include word-of-mouth marketing, interactive distribution, and relationship marketing. Critics have argued that the use of these and other different terms and buzzwords is an effort to distinguish multi-level marketing from illegal Ponzi schemes, chain letters, and consumer fraud scams. The Direct Selling Association, DSA, a lobbying group for the MLM industry, reported that in 1990 only 25% of DSA members used the MLM business model. By 1999, this had grown to 77.3%. By 2009, 94.2% of DSA members were using MLM, accounting for 99.6% of sellers, and 97.1% of sales. Companies such as Avon, Electrolux, Tupperware, and Kirby were all originally single-level marketing companies, using that traditional and uncontroversial direct selling business model, distinct from MLM, to sell their goods. However, they later introduced multi-level compensation plans, becoming MLMs. The DSA has approximately 200 members while it is estimated there are over 1,000 firms using multi-level marketing in the United States alone. History. The origin of multi-level marketing is often disputed, but multi-level marketing style businesses existed in the 1920s, 1930s. California Vitamin Company, later named Neutralite, or California Perfume Company, renamed as Avon Products. set up. Independent non-salaried participants, referred to as distributors, variously called associates, independent business owners, independent agents, etc., are authorized to distribute the company's products or services. They are awarded their own immediate retail profit from customers plus commission from the company, not downlines, through a multi-level marketing compensation plan, which is based upon the volume of products sold through their own sales efforts as well as that of their downline organization. Independent distributors develop their organizations by either building an active consumer network, who buy direct from the company, or by recruiting a downline of independent distributors who also build a consumer network base, thereby expanding the overall organization. The combined number of recruits from these cycles are the sales force, which is referred to as the salesperson's downline. This downline is the pyramid in MLM's multiple level structure of compensation. Income levels. Several sources have commented on the income level of specific MLMs or MLMs in general. Legality and legitimacy. United States. MLM businesses operate in all 50 U.S. states. Businesses may use terms such as affiliate marketing or home-based business franchising. Many pyramid schemes attempt to present themselves as legitimate MLM businesses. Some sources say that all MLMs are essentially pyramid schemes, even if they are legal. The U.S. Federal Trade Commission, FTC, states, steer clear of multi-level marketing plans that pay commissions for recruiting new distributors. They're actually illegal pyramid schemes. Why is pyramiding dangerous? Because plans that pay commissions for recruiting new distributors inevitably collapse when no new distributors can be recruited. And when a plan collapses, most people, except perhaps those at the very top of the pyramid, end up empty-handed. In a 2004 staff advisory letter to the Direct Selling Association, the FTC states, "The Federal Trade Commission warns not all multi-level marketing plans are legitimate. Some are pyramid schemes. It's best not to get involved in plans where the money you make is based primarily on the number of distributors you recruit and your sales to them, rather than on your sales to people outside the plan who intend to use the products." The Federal Trade Commission issued a decision, in re Amway Corporation, in 1979 in which it indicated that multi-level marketing was not illegal per se in the United States. However, Amway was found guilty of price fixing, by effectively requiring independent distributors to sell at the same fixed price, and making exaggerated income claims. The FTC advises that multi-level marketing organizations with greater incentives for recruitment than product sales are to be viewed skeptically. The FTC also warns that the practice of getting commissions from recruiting new members is outlawed in most states as pyramiding. Walter J. Carl stated in a 2004 Western Journal of Communication article that MLM organizations have been described by some as cults, Butterfield, 1985, pyramid schemes, Fitzpatrick and Reynolds, 1997, or organizations rife with misleading, deceptive, and unethical behavior, Carter, 1999, such as the questionable use of evangelical discourse to promote the business, Hopfl and Mudrell, 1996, and the exploitation of personal relationships for financial gain, Fitzpatrick and Reynolds, 1997. In China, volunteers working to rescue people from the schemes have been physically attacked. MLMs are also criticized for being unable to fulfill their promises for the majority of participants due to basic conflicts with Western cultural norms. There are even claims that the success rate for breaking even or even making money are far worse than other types of businesses. The vast majority of MLMs are recruiting MLMs, in which participants must recruit aggressively to profit. Based on available data from the companies themselves, the loss rate for recruiting MLMs is approximately 99.9%, i.e., 99.9% of participants lose money after subtracting all expenses, including purchases from the company. In part, this is because encouraging recruits to further recruit people to compete with leads to market saturation. It has also been claimed, by its very nature, MLM is completely devoid of any scientific foundations. Because of the encouraging of recruits to further recruit their competitors, some people have even gone so far as to say at best modern MLMs are nothing more than legalized pyramid schemes, with one stating multi-level marketing companies have become an accepted and legally sanctioned form of pyramid scheme in the United States, while another states multi-level marketing, a form of pyramid scheme, is not necessarily fraudulent. In October 2010 it was reported that multi-level marketing companies were being investigated by a number of state attorneys general amid allegations that salespeople were primarily paid for recruiting and that more recent recruits cannot earn anything near what early entrants do. Industry critic Robert L. Fitzpatrick has called multi-level marketing the Main Street bubble that will eventually burst. China. Multi-level marketing, simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese, pinyin, Chuanjiao, lit, spread sell, was first introduced to mainland China by American, Taiwanese, and Japanese companies following the Chinese economic reform of 1978. This rise in multi-level marketing's popularity coincided with economic uncertainty and a new shift towards individual consumerism. Multi-level marketing was banned on the mainland by the government in 1998, citing social, economic, and taxation issues. Further regulation prohibition of changsha, where MLM is a type of changsha, was enacted in 2005. Clause 3 of Chapter 2 of the regulation states having downlines is illegal. Oregon wrote, with this regulation China makes clear that while direct sales is permitted in the mainland, multi-level marketing is not. MLM companies have been trying to find ways around China's prohibitions, or have been developing other methods, such as direct sales, to take their products to China through retail operations. The direct sales regulations limit direct selling to cosmetics, health food, sanitary products, bodybuilding equipment and kitchen utensils. And the regulations require Chinese or foreign companies, FIs, who intend to engage into direct sale business in mainland China to apply for and obtain direct selling license from the Ministry of Commerce, MOFCOM. In 2016, there are 73 companies, including domestic and foreign companies, that have obtained the direct selling license. Some multi-level marketing sellers have circumvented this ban by establishing addresses and bank accounts in Hong Kong, where the practice is legal, while selling and recruiting on the mainland. It was not until August 23, 2005 that the State Council promulgated rules that dealt specifically with direct sale operation. Administration of direct sales entered into effect on the 1st of December 2005, and the regulations for the prohibition of changsha entered into effect on the 1st of November 2005. When direct selling is allowed, it will only be permitted under the most stringent requirements, in order to ensure the operations are not pyramid schemes, MLM, or fly-by-night operations. Saudi Arabia. MLM marketing is banned in Saudi Arabia by imposing religious fatwa nationally. For this reason MLM companies like Amway, Mary Kay, Oriflame and Herbalife sell their products by online selling method instead of MLM. Bangladesh. In 2015, the government of Bangladesh banned all types of domestic and foreign MLM trade in Bangladesh. Religious views. Islam. Many Islamic jurists and religious bodies, including Permanent Committee for Scholarly Research and IFTA of Saudi Arabia, have considered MLM trade to be prohibited or haram, the reasons behind which are as follows. In this process, followings are related: exchange without labor and labor without exchange, contract on another contract or condition on another condition, similarity with riba, interest, similarity with gambling, widespread uncertainty of profits and losses, not everyone benefiting equally, financial fraud and torture, lying and exaggeration, etc.